James Madison was born on March 16, 1751, in Port Conway, Virginia. He was the eldest of 12 children in the family of James and Nellie Conway Madison. His father was a successful planter, and the Madison family was one of the most influential in Virginia. James received a good education and graduated from the College of New Jersey, now Princeton University, in 1771. After graduating from college, Madison began his political career, becoming a member of the Virginia House of Burgesses in 1776. He quickly gained a reputation as a talented and dedicated politician. In 1780, he was elected as a delegate to the Continental Congress, where he played a significant role in drafting and adopting the Articles of Confederation. Madison became one of the principal authors of the U.S. Constitution and played a key role in the Constitutional Convention of 1787. He also wrote a significant portion of the Federalist Papers, which were published to support the ratification of the Constitution. Due to his contributions to the creation of the Constitution, Madison is often called the Father of the Constitution. In 1789, Madison was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, where he became one of the leaders and the author of the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. In 1794, he married Dolly Payne Todd, who became one of the most famous and influential First Ladies in U.S. history. In 1801, Madison was appointed Secretary of State under President Thomas Jefferson. He held this position until 1809 and played a crucial role in conducting the country's foreign policy, including the Louisiana Purchase from France in 1803. In 1808, Madison was elected the fourth President of the United States and served 2 terms until 1817. His presidency was marked by the War of 1812 with Great Britain, which became one of the most significant events of his administration. Despite difficulties and defeats, Madison was able to strengthen national unity and the country's independence. After completing his presidential term, Madison returned to his plantation, Montpelier, in Virginia, where he continued to engage in agriculture and public activities. He also actively participated in the creation of the University of Virginia alongside Thomas Jefferson. James Madison died on June 28, 1836, at the age of 85. His legacy lives on, and he remains one of the most significant figures in U.S. history. Interesting facts about James Madison. Short stature. Madison was one of the shortest U.S. presidents, standing at only 5 feet 4 inches, 163 centimeters tall. Health. Madison suffered from various ailments throughout his life, including epileptic seizures and chronic headaches. Love for books. Madison was an avid bibliophile and amassed an extensive library that included books on history, politics, and philosophy. Dolly Madison. Madison's wife, Dolly, became one of the most famous First Ladies in U.S. history. She played a significant role in creating and maintaining her husband's public image. Attitude towards slavery. Although Madison owned slaves, he opposed slavery and considered it morally wrong. He supported ideas of gradual emancipation and the resettlement of freed slaves in Africa. Involvement in the creation of the University of Virginia. Madison actively participated in the creation of the University of Virginia alongside Thomas Jefferson and James Monroe. He believed that education was a key factor for the nation's success and prosperity. Federalist Papers. Madison was one of the authors of the Federalist Papers, which played a crucial role in the ratification of the U.S. Constitution. These papers remain an important source for understanding the American political system. Long marriage. James and Dolly Madison were married for over 40 years. Their marriage was strong and happy, and they supported each other throughout their lives. Later years. In his later years, Madison continued to engage in public activities and write articles on political topics. He remained active and influential until his death. Legacy. Madison left a significant legacy as one of the founding fathers of the United States and the author of the Constitution. His ideas and principles continue to influence American politics and society. Role in creating the Bill of Rights. Madison was the principal author of the Bill of Rights, which includes the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. These amendments guarantee fundamental rights and freedoms for citizens, such as freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to a fair trial. Contribution to political theory. Madison made significant contributions to political theory, particularly in the areas of the separation of powers and the system of checks and balances. His ideas about the necessity of balance between different branches of government became the foundation of the American political system. Support for religious freedom. Madison was a proponent of religious freedom and the separation of church and state. He believed that everyone had the right to freedom of worship and that the government should not interfere in religious matters. Economic policy. During his presidency, Madison aimed to strengthen the national economy and support industrial development. He also supported the creation of a national bank and the development of transportation infrastructure. Influence on international relations. Madison played a crucial role in shaping U.S. foreign policy, particularly in relations with European powers. His efforts to strengthen the country's independence and sovereignty contributed to the enhancement of the U.S.'s international standing. Involvement in creating the Virginia Plan. Madison was one of the authors of the Virginia Plan, which proposed the structure of the new U.S. government and became the basis for the Constitution. Role in creating the Democratic-Republican Party. Madison was one of the founders of the Democratic-Republican Party alongside Thomas Jefferson. The party advocated for limiting federal power and supporting states' rights. Support for freedom of the press. Madison was a proponent of freedom of the press and believed that a free press was an essential element of democracy and a means of holding the government accountable. Contribution to American jurisprudence. Madison made significant contributions to American jurisprudence, particularly in the areas of constitutional law and human rights. Monuments and legacy. Numerous monuments, schools, and institutions across the country are named in Madison's honor. His legacy continues to live on in American culture and history.